And we're live! Hello, and welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name is always Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I'm here once again with the lovely and talented my wife. Oh, I did it like that, but by accident. Mrs. Jo Guthrie.
Accidental Borat, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no, it's the worst. We are joined by one of my favorite people, cast member of Dice Shame and Parkdale Haunt, Alex Nersall.
Hello.
Peace and love. We are joined once again by the fantastic creator of Hello from the Hallowoods, William Wellman. And tonight, returning to the DM chair or GM chair, is the one and only from Planet Arcana and our hearts, Jay. Two bubblies. Get those pink bubblies between your lips. I don't know, that sounded weird. We are back with another fantastic episode of Contact at Outpost Amber. It's like Alpha.
Finding
I
it.
knew it was an A. Welcome, one and all. If you missed last week's episode stream, go back and check it out right now and watch both simultaneously because that's the only way you'll be able to catch up effectively. But no, it's the holiday season, and
kind of a Tenet thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's yeah. Watch one at the beginning in slow motion and all that stuff. I haven't seen Tenet yet. But yeah, it's the holiday season. This is our holiday game for the year. So if you love drinking, pour yourself a long, tall one. Jay, drink check. How many do we got?
Okay, we got two bubblies of the same kind because that's what I got today.
Grapefruit?
Peach bubbly?
No, it's a grapefruit.
It's grapefruit.
Hell yeah.
A nice one. I have my water, and then I of course have a safety water, which is a second water in case I get too thirsty and drink that one.
Yeah.
And then I have a bourbon with a little like a fancy maraschino cherry in it.
Oh, I forgot to get a beer. You have time. You can scurry. I just saw that.
The speed at which I was trying to dig that photo up.
I highly appreciate it.
And what about you, William? What drinks do you got in front of you?
Just a simple coffee to tide us through the horrors.
Coffee?
Whoa.
Are you going to bed at 3 a.m. tonight?
Well, I mean, you rarely let us run that long, but I would if I could.
That's true. I'm old. Coffee at this point now, I'm like, no, the sun will come up before I fall asleep. What about you, Alex? What are your drinks?
Currently, I just have a single glass of water. Ah, yeah, water. It's from.
Plain
room
temp water.
Hell yeah!
Aw, did Andy come in?
Andy brought me a beer.
Andy! Great. Come on stream just for 1 second, Andy. The people want to give you applause.
Yay!
Yay!
And the dog's there too.
Fully. The whole family gathered
We got our
around.
Christmas
Everyone's
card
here.
from Alex and Andy and Foley today, and it was lovely.
Very cute.
There was a lot of warnings on the
Oh,
card. There's a
Foley!
baby there. War dog.
You're welcome. Hey, everyone, if you like the dog, like the video
Like the
on
video.
YouTube.
The dog
the law.
is like,
Oh my God, it's the best.
we got our Christmas
Thank you,
card
Andy.
We did.
from you today. It was really nice. It was
Yay.
homemade, which is cool.
Yes,
and,
yeah.
I loved all the warnings on it. You were like, happy 2023, but if this didn't come in
I think-
2023, and then happy 2024. But
Half-
if it's not 2024,
Half of the text of the card inside was like making
Explanation.
apologies and explanations.
I mean,
very good.
I mean, now that
So
you've gotten
festive.
to know me a bit, I feel like that's also just appropriate.
yeah, no, it
Yeah.
was totally appropriate. No, it was fantastic.
Definitely. What are you drinking, Harlan?
Oh, I'm drinking tea. My David's Tea Advent calendar.
Ooh.
This is like yesterday or the day before. It's called Sleigh Ride. I'm excited for it. It's warm on my face. And water. What about you, babe?
I've got I have a mug of tea. This is my one of my very favorite mugs.
Ooh.
And it's
Mom, I woof you.
it's a orange spice tea. I have a
Ooh.
glass of non-alcoholic red wine that I'm going to be
Ooh.
enjoying, and a simple glass of water. So I'm 3 for 3.
Yeah. This is how we start streams off with Invictus,
Right.
talking about what we're drinking.
You're welcome.
Who are you drinking tonight?
Who are you drinking tonight?
You gotta stay
Welcome
hydrated.
to the drinkies. But yeah, no, if you missed last week, it's a horror alien Outpost thing-themed game.
It's
It doesn't
great.
matter. You'll pick it up. You don't need to watch last week. Just we'll go into it.
You'll figure it out.
It'll be like a Tarantino movie.
There's
or
a
like
lot of
Tenet.
lore.
Yeah, it's deep,
And it's all about The Office, which apparently no one here has seen.
But yeah, it's just a few days till Christmas, or
man.
you're in the holiday season. Hopefully, people are getting off work, ready to play video games with all my friends and celebrate the holidays the proper way. If you're looking for new, awesome shows for the holidays, make sure you check out our fantastic friends here, which is going to be Parkdale Haunt. The Christmas special comes out
Friday.
Friday.
Oof.
Yay.
So Friday we have a very fun Christmas special coming out, and it is a big departure from what we normally do. So I love it. I love it so much. And
There you go.
Ooh.
Big departure. Good, probably a good thing after that.
Yeah.
And, no, I'm just kidding.
it's a lot of fun. And if you've ever thought, hey, I would love to hear what would happen if Owen was a detective, then please tune in.
Ooh.
Malevolent part Dale Hunt. Malevolent
Ooh.
Hunt. Also, Jay, host of Planet Arcana, new episode dropped today, didn't it?
It did. Our last one of the year.
Yeah.
Nice. Woo.
You're bi-weekly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And you can check them out now at planetarcana.com. And William A. Wellman. Wait, that's not your website? That's not your website. That's not your website.
Why do we have these all just
How
at
many
hand?
advertisers
Wait, that's not
have their hands in your pockets, Harlan?
Trying to find them. Where is it? There's so many jokes that I
Nope.
made. Oh no. There we go.
Hey.
Somewhere down the line.
Really stuck.
Yeah. As close as a holiday special as we'll ever sell out to do is out now, and then it's going to be about a 2-week break while I finish up the novel, and then we'll be back early January for the next episode. Also, got to
Oh, yeah.
leave people to sit a little bit with the end of this last episode, so I think it'll be a good time.
Hells yeah.
Nice.
Your camera looks better. Is it? Did you switch cameras? Looks higher def.
Nope.
You know what?
That's
I'm not
just-
wearing my glasses. I'm wearing sunglasses. That's probably why. I'm like,
You're like,
everything's so much
"Everything's got a
clearer."
filter, man.
Cool. And you can check out our shows. Dice Shame, diceshamepodcast.com. New episode comes out tomorrow at 1:20 a.m. As
That's
always.
right. As always.
It's a good one, probably. I can't remember it.
Watch this and then immediately listen to Dice Shame.
Yeah, there you go. Go listen to it.
And if you haven't caught up to all 167 episodes yet, start at the beginning,
Or
climb that mountain.
you can start at season 2. I
Yeah.
think. You could jump in at season 2, which is when Alex Nursell here joins us.
That's
so
right.
you could just
Hello.
jump right to the fun. And
That's
get
what I
to-
did.
He is
I'm
ready.
enjoying it.
It's a good way to do
Yeah,
it.
it's fantastic.
Really, you could just spend your entire life listening to Harlan's content, and somehow there would always be more. Than like
When you
had
think
time
about
to
it, though,
listen to.
Harlan
lot
has
of it.
been running Invictus for 7 years, and that's 3 hours every week.
Wait, I couldn't pick which music, so I pressed both at the
Plus
same time. Either that's a
Malevolent.
good thing, or it's not.
Do you have Ice Knife queued up?
No.
Harlan
Damn
spent 7 weeks every day.
Yeah. No,
Ice knife.
that's my favorite.
Yeah, there's a lot of content. We must have a lot of hours. I'm sure there's an easy way to check, but
Just
that
ask
would
Carly.
that would be 190 1092 hours total, so 45 and a half days worth of streaming.
And that's just the live streams.
And that's just Invictus.
That would
just
tide Critical Role fans over for a week.
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
there we go.
that's true.
Get on my level.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's been quite a long time. You're right, 7 years or something, or maybe longer now. Anyway, but you can also check out our other show, Malevolent, out not now, but it is out for patrons now. Chapter 1 of season 4 is out now, as well as a little connector between chapters. If you've heard of Malevolent or if you've listened to it, last season started or ended, whatever, with a little thing called Coda. And there's another little connecting piece called Prelude, and that comes out publicly on Christmas. But it's short. It's under 10 minutes. It's just a little sort of taste to get into season 4. So that'll be out on Christmas, and then the next episode publicly drops the start of season 4 on February 1st, I think. So lots of content. Oh, and then there's my website too.
You're just trying to wrangle all the voice actors, so it's a huge pain.
So tricky.
Here. We just want all the voice actors to line up and get behind
We
it.
were wrapping presents today, and Harlan was making funny jokes about being John while he was using the empty wrapping paper tubes, and
I saw
caught
that.
it.
It made
put
me
it on
laugh.
Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Really
Some
good.
people complain that not complain, but they comment that I go through. Some comments there were like, I always wondered how you did it. And unironically, and I kind of felt bad. And I commented on one, and I was like, oh, it's just a joke. And then they kind of did like an embarrassed gif, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't mean to call you out. I just didn't want to actually sit on my computer with a fucking tube going.
You might.
The magic
I
within
love
the
the-
tube the whole time.
I love the idea though that it's a full length tube, so you were like fully all the way back here.
Yeah, man.
God damn it, Arthur. Yeah, it'd be
And then
Be a
and
lot
then
of
you use
fun.
it as a fake lightsaber and it breaks.
well, it's funny because we got a bunch of empty ones. I was going to keep them for projects and fun.
All
And
of this
fights.
and more available in Harlan's podcasting masterclass.
That's right.
$99 wherever you are.
Welcome to the masterclass. Get a tube. This is called voice acting 101.
Do you think
I
you need
forgot
a
my
plant-
tube.
I want the
today.
cello music as you carefully run your hands over an array of tubes, choosing the one that will be the
Harlan, are you
Find
in
the
the
tube
Blue
that
Man group?
speaks to you.
You're hitting the tube with like a sandal or something.
Or Stomp. Stomp was cool.
Ooh.
Remember that?
How have I seen both of those?
Stomp and Blue Man Group?
Yes.
We can't do
Because
stomp
you
though.
lived through this era.
Yes,
We've all seen.
we've all
Either
stomped.
Harlan, every episode there's a couple people who complain that the prelude is too long. Have we punished them enough yet?
No, they will be more punished. Everyone gets more punished. Punishing all through. Carly's actually watching, and she last updated our games in 2019, and at that point there was 1,000 hours of
Wow,
content.
1,059 hours, 14 minutes, and 15 seconds.
And that was 3 years ago. So
Carly is freaking hardcore.
there's more.
damn.
No, it's not even. I mean, I forgot because that's not even counting RPGs or video game streams and stuff.
It's also not counting our extra live streams,
Which is
we've
24
done.
hours. We've done 7 years now.
No, we've done 6.
6 years?
6
So
years.
that's 6 days right there. Here's 6 days to watch. Anyway, all of this is to say is watch more, because tonight we're back with content.
Hope you like content.
Hope you like. Here's your fucking content.
Merry Christmas, more like.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Cheers!
Merry
Cheers to
Chrysler.
everybody!
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Happy Crisis.
Merry Chrysler!
We're all children of Jesus. Kumbaya, I hope someone here. I hope there's some Vine people here who remember these vines.
It's funny because literally this morning in bed, I pulled up that Merry Krampus, Merry Chrysler because I missed it. I remembered it being longer though. It's
Oh,
only like 10
Retro
seconds.
Phrenologist is in the chat. Retro, we got your Christmas card. Thank you so much.
Oh, you know what? Before we start,
very
I should
sweet.
mention we've gotten a bunch of amazing gifts from everybody so far. From everybody.
Everyone ever sent us presents.
So crazy that everybody on Earth has sent us a gift.
If you didn't send one, then you're just. What are you doing?
You're just not part of it. Well, I should mention this because this is kind of the reason for the season. But if you aren't aware, Malevolent, I've whipped up the fans to really enjoy Gardettos. I enjoy Gardettos. They're an American snack. They don't have them up here. And lo and behold, I got Gardettos this season. So far, we are sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's one
6,
sneaking behind
7.
there, too,
And
that's-
behind the one on the left, there's another one crunched up. So there's 8, 9
We've been into
bags
them already.
of Gardettos.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying them immensely. And but the best part is it's a family because you got like the baby in the middle.
There's a
that-
special
Yeah.
request rye chips.
There's a special request, right? Someone sent us the spicy Italian,
Ooh.
which I'm
Did
not a
you
fan
try
of,
those?
but Joe loves.
I don't really like the regular Gardettes,
No.
and those spicy Italian ones are kind of up my alley. So
So
man.
if anyone sends us Gardettos, if they're spicy Italian, they're going to Joe, and if they're regular, they're going to me. And then the baby ones will go to Henry. Because he loves them too, the original.
He does.
And we had a party this weekend, and Jay came over and tried them. Jay?
Yeah.
They're fine.
They certainly exist.
The thing that I thought was funny about them was that they're like, all the snacks are like this big. So you kind of just have to take them all. You know what I mean? And I like that because then you never have just like a regular, like a one bite thing. You try a little bit of them all. That's what I can say about Gardettos. I liked it. It was a fun snack.
I do it opposite. I eat one tiny piece at a time, and it lasts me a really long time because I only want one guy at a time.
And that's okay too. You can do whatever you want to do. But for me, I send more. Anyway, that's enough of this. I just want to say thank you. Thank you to Tony Pepperoni, who was my Secret Santa. Got me an amazing little bracelet, which is...
Oh, I'm wearing mine right now.
Mine fell on the floor. It's fine. It's safe. But yeah, thank you to everybody. And the Invictus gift exchange. People are getting all their gifts. It's really fun to see them posted. So anyway, let us do this. I am ready to rock and roll. I got my pistol point cocked. Adolin shots nonstop until I see your ass drop. Let's do this. Without further ado, contact at Outpost Amber. Sorry, I cut you off. Continue. Go, Alex. What are you going to say?
No, nothing.
Now you got to say. I felt bad.
No, I was just saying that I also thought my brain was also doing the like, is it alpha or amber?
Yeah.
I think it's alpha.
Well, now I'm thinking amber, and it's
It
like,
is amber.
Amber's a jerk.
It's
There's
Alex.
a real life Arctic research base in Canada called the Pearl. So that's why I picked one that had a similar name. That's why I picked the amber.
Whoa! So you put effort into this. That's not what
well-
we do here. That's not what we do here.
Okay, should I go?
Leave.
My mom's here to pick me up. I gotta go.
Aww.
Mom said it's my turn to use the Xbox.
Let's do this. Here we go.
I am telling you, there is something out here.
1060 ETA is 1 minute.
We need to get back to base. What the hell is that?
Oh, stop!
It was like any other day at Outpost Amber, more or less. You were down a few people, sure, but you all had a slow morning. Not much interference through the comms, not much to see in the blustery tundra. Even the alarm ringing, though stimulating, is not unusual up here. There were a lot of the bear hostiles, though. There were a lot of the bear hostiles, more than usual. And often when they do puncture your defenses, they do so by separating you, taking a few different groups to different areas of the base. Today, they just all showed up, all at the front. Things got hairy fast. You nearly lost Bellamy to the hostiles after she sustained something like 12 hits from six different creatures. And luckily, doors had a way to calm the hostiles, temporarily. And you retreated inside, making sure nothing else can get in by welding the door shut. You probably can't get out either, but that's a later you problem. Later you isn't here right now. Bellamy, Doors, Cherry, and Bosco are in a freezing, drafty room with a dead body. Elaine Bailey bleeding out on the floor face down. But Jake, Jake, you're in the ceiling, out in the corridor, and you're not alone. Something's walking directly underneath you and whispering, hunger, hunger. But later you isn't here right now, and present you is starting to feel a little ill from the smell and the sight below you. So let's visit past you, Jake. You from a couple weeks ago, before Roger and Olivia went missing. It's late at night. Most everyone is catching a bit of sleep. You're up. How come?
Well, I can't sleep sometimes, especially when I got that indigestion after Cherry makes that meal that she always pushes on us. I like chili, but don't have any meat in it. Nothing to, ease it out. And Jake is sort of sitting, the TV kind of like calmly fuzzing away at his feet. It's unstatic now. His boots, muddy and wet, are on the footrest, and he's kind of leaned back, the whir of the radio, and like the room is dimly lit with like odd lights here and there. It's sort of like the break room of sorts.
Your tummy is upset, Jake.
Jake puts the empty bowl of Gardettos on the table next to him.
They're not helping.
Thought that would help. And he gets up from the computer terminal that was sitting next to him that he was playing on. The computer beat him in chess once again, and he dumped his tea on it. And he gets up and he kind of walks to the door, looking for the easiest bathroom. Now he knows the medical bay has the cleanest one, but Cherry's is closer. It's a bit of a toss-up as he stands at the doorway to the split hall, and he takes a step outside.
You look towards the washroom that's nearest to Cherry's bunker. And you notice that on the way there, there's the entrance to the kitchen, the communal dining room where everyone eats, and a light's on, which is unusual. Someone must be up.
Jake shrugs it off, starts whistling loudly to kind of give whoever's there a bit of a heads up. I get it. You want to wake up in the middle of the night, sneak a little this or that. Hell, it was Dora's birthday last week, and he's been eyeing that last piece of cake, telling nobody to touch it. If someone were to get up and take a bite, Jake doesn't want to rat them out, or rather wants to have plausible deniability. So he starts whistling loudly, gives them a heads up. The whistle like echoing down the long, dark hallway. There's like a thrum as if we're in the engine of a ship. And his boots are clicking on the great metal floor as he walks down the hall.
Make a perception check.
19 plus
Ooh.
0.
Don't make me do math.
Everything's a 0 now.
You notice that once you start whistling, the hallway starts to feel suddenly quiet, like the sound has been sucked out. You realize that once you started whistling, there's a sound missing. You were hearing something before, but you took no note of it. And now what you notice is that the sound is gone.
Jake stops, like turns over his shoulder, looks down the long, dark hallway behind him, and it looks almost mistier now, as if there's like something between him and the darkness behind. Turns back. His eyes sort of dance over the light coming from the room up ahead. Mouth sort of feels dry a little bit. He puckers, thinking it's the Gardettos, crunches the half bag in his pocket, and curls it up, and then begins walking again, whistling, but nervously, as if now trying to tell the unseen force that he's not scared, trying to convince himself that he's fine.
You take a few trepidatious footsteps towards the light. A few more. The footsteps are echoing down the hall. It feels so loud now in the void of sound.
Jake stops just before the door before he can see in, before whatever's in can see out, and he stops. And his stomach feels sore, but not from just Cherry's chili or the Gardettos. Something feels off, and Jake is nothing if not somebody who thrives on instinct. And as he wets his drying lips, he sort of just stands at the door, his back towards the cold metal wall, and he cranes his neck just to hear who's in there.
You're looking in?
The door's here, kind of like that Ripley alien shot, but it's with a door instead of an alien. I wanted to make it crystal clear.
Okay. So you hear something which is maybe a little startling. You hear something from inside the room, and it's just a voice, a familiar voice. Jake? Hello?
He spins around, nervously wipes the sweat from his brow. I thought I heard you in here, Jake says as he locks eyes with the person inside.
Yeah, you catch sight of a single person in here, a single figure. It's a short, very muscular man, soft dark hair, kind eyes. He's easy to get along with, but always anxious about something. It's Lee, Roger Lee, a name that you have to say both of them together.
Roger Lee.
Roger Lee. And you see in front of him, he's got a plate and there's crumbs of cake all over it and nary a piece of pastry to be found.
Well, shit, man, if you wanted the cake, you could have just said, Jake says, takes a step forward nervously. You can see there's like a weight off of his shoulders as he sort of still looks in the darker corners of the room to make sure no one else is in here for no reason other than just his own nerves.
Yeah, I just couldn't sleep. You know, I had to put something in my stomach. I was just tossing and turning.
Yeah, I hear that. I was watching the broadcast and it taped out, and that damn computer was cheating at chess again. But yeah, I don't want to keep you. Hey, I won't say anything. Just don't worry about it.
Make another perception check for me.
Yeah, that's 14.
You see at the base, or right where his feet are, you like catch sight of it underneath the table, a couple crumpled up pieces of paper. And you see just like hanging out of the side of his pocket is like the edge of a pen. And that doesn't seem totally unusual or anything, but you notice that he seems nervous. He's like kind of matching your energy here.
Yeah. My eyes sort of fall on his and then flash down to the pen. And when I look back, I see, his eyes sort of following mine. And there's sort of an awkward beat between us for a moment. Like the whirring of the fan of the fridge is sort of just louder than it's ever been as we stand there. And, it's a damn long way from anything resembling society out here, eh?
Tell me about it.
I mean, well, what do they think they're doing? I mean, sometimes I feel like we're part of the experiment, throwing a handful of us in together. We got people of all different sorts, all different types. And Jake, nervous at what might not exist, but comfortable amongst friends and people, he sort of swings a leg over the bench seat and sits down. And if you ever need to talk about anything that's coming up, anything can't get out, that you can't talk to the doc about, or anything that you just want to share, I'm here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, what a week, huh? It's just feels like one group of hostiles after the other, just starting to feel like this place is a death trap,
Yeah, well, pays good at least. And Jake Crisser stands back up and slaps him on the back. And the food's not bad when it's someone's birthday, at least. And he sort of stops a little bit and again lets his eyes fall on the note in his pocket, the pen in his pocket, and kind of lets Roger see him see for a moment.
You ever wonder if the pay is good because we're not getting out.
Roger. And then Jake leans in close and like brushes some of the crumbs off his shoulder, and he's like, "You and I both know we were never getting out." Kind of leans back and turns around to the door. "But if you ever want to talk, you let me know." He starts whistling loudly. And
Jake,
yeah.
what if we could get out?
On me.
I think I met some people from another base a couple nights ago, and they told me that the amber, no, it's not designed for people to leave. I think we all know we're not leaving here alive. But these people, this other base, they know about us. They were in our position, not at the Amber, but at a similar base, and they have transport out. And they got room. Not for all of us, but for a couple of us.
Jake hasn't turned back. He's still kind of like at the door, his back to Roger. He's sort of turned over his shoulder. He says, "Well, Roger, if that's true, I have my doubts. Take it. And you should get out of here. Me? I'm here for my own reasons. I don't think I'm leaving."
Not in that damn helicopter, you're not.
Hey, it'll fix, all right? I gotta just waiting on the parts. It'll happen. Now, you go to bed after that cake. I'm gonna go use Cherry's bathroom. Jake
Wait,
walks out.
one more thing.
What?
He stands up and sort of slowly walks towards you. And then he grabs your hand. And in his hand, you feel a crumpled piece of paper. And he just says, "Listen, you do whatever you want. Me and Olivia, we're getting up. We got room for you too."
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Kind of like takes the sweaty wad and just shoves it into his pocket without looking at it or thinking. Good luck to you. I won't say nothing to anybody else. If you get out, I'll keep it to myself. I owe you that much for all that nights you let me win poker. I don't think I couldn't tell.
Best of luck to you.
Now, best of luck to you. This here, this is my coffin. Making it nice and cozy for me. Jake leaves to shit his pants. I love the idea that Jake keeps having to go because he's like, this is good, but I really have to go to the bathroom.
You do have to shit.
Like, Roger, like, honestly, I have to go.
You run to the bathroom.
He walks until Roger's out of sight. There's like a cool shot where Roger's in the doorway, like smiling, and he's like,
Yeah.
And then he turns around, then Roger like awkwardly like speed walks, or Jake like speed walks to keep his butt cheeks tight.
Perfect. And as you open the door, we find ourselves back in present Jake in the ceiling.
I need transition sound effects.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me as the stench of this creature fills your entire system.
Okay. I'll use the inspiration that you gave me for being such a good player.
Inspiration, sorry, I never remember to give inspiration.
Yay! Harlan does this to me constantly. It's the best, admittedly.
I've
know
literally
GMs.
never given one in my life.
Because I know how difficult it is as a GM to remember to give inspiration. So I'm always like, Hey, well, in Dice Jam, I was like, give inspiration for that thing. But you do it too, because all the GMs we play with are always loving and caring, and they always want to give it. They forget. But I am joking here, because I don't need it. I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
Perfect.
A plus a what?
Constitution save and throw.
Oh, that would be, well, plus 0. So 7, whatever I said, 17.
17? Okay. You are going to take 6 necrotic damage
Whoa!
as the smell of illness and putrid rotting flesh fills your nostrils. It's horrific. It's disgusting. It makes you want to hurl, but you don't. You just take a little damage. And
Yikes.
as you do, we're going to cut into the other room, with Cherry, Bellamy, and Doors, and Bosco, and Elaine.
Yay!
What's left of her?
What's left of her?
Remind me briefly whether
Sorry, do you want me to do the transition sound effect? There you go.
Please.
There
Perfect.
Remind me briefly whether we had any time in this room. I don't think so. We just got in and closed the door, right?
You got in and closed the door because you all heard the footsteps of the creature making its way towards you. I'll also remind you that the other thing you saw in this room was that the bars on the window had been like bent and broken.
Okay. You guys, we have to hide right now.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice on this one.
Doors.
Elaine?
Elaine is dead, Doors.
Yeah. I think you told me so on
Yes.
that one.
So I need you to keep chill, keep quiet, and get behind something. Get in a closet or anything here.
Cherry is shuffling behind the safety shower in the lab. There's like a yellow curtain sort of ensemble. That's like a little column in
Cherry,
the
this is
far
not the time
corner.
to start bathing.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Get somewhere that you can be unseen right now.
Fine.
That thing is going to pass the window any second.
Doors.
And I'm going to try to hide.
Doors is going, because Doors is pretty small in frame, going to like look around for inspiration, see like the sort of industrial like box dishwasher that like, you know, cleans the lab
Classic.
equipment. And he's
An
going to, like,
autoclave?
he's going to,
You're
like,
going to fucking incinerate yourself.
He's going to,
It's like, oh,
it's
no.
like an industrial dishwasher. He's gonna like curl up inside and then like pull the steel box over.
Put me in the fume
until
hood.
it almost clicks.
Easy.
And Bellamy, there's a like a, my brain's going bench, table, no, counter with a little thing that covers it that's just made out of cloth, and she crawls underneath there and slides the little cloth door shut.
Perfect. Where's Bosco going?
Oh, Bosco. Oh, no. I don't think he's well trained enough to really.
Excuse me?
He has not trained this dog.
He's extremely well trained, but he doesn't take commands from us. He takes commands from Jake.
True.
And so I think Bosco is being a really good dog and is sitting in front of Elaine He's like sitting in front of Elaine and is like just trying to figure out why there's a dead person here and it's like maybe sniffing around a little bit.
I snap off one of Elaine's fingers and toss it over to the side so it distracts so Bosco can go eat it.
Oh no.
What? It's a treat.
Bellamy's the worst.
Up there.
I don't want to know what you're doing out there, but everybody get to safety, please.
Your breath has never felt louder than in this moment as you're waiting and hiding and trying to keep quiet and still. You can hear every creak in the wall. It's frigid in here. It's so cold. The window's open. And you wait. You wait for Jake. You wait for whatever's out there. Occasionally, Bosco goes. You wait. Jake, from underneath you outside, the creature suddenly perks its head up and looks over its shoulder from the direction you came from.
Yes.
One of its horns slashes into the ceiling, and you hear from down the hallway, "Mrrr. Mrrr." It's puffin noises. I looked it up. That's what they actually sound like. And this creature just suddenly turns and starts loping down the hall towards the sound and vanishes into the arrhythmic flickering of the broken LED lights.
Oh, good
Come
description.
on, guys.
And all it cost was all of our puffins
It's fine.
that we need to survive.
Do we eat them?
R.I.P. Huffin.
I think that was MacGuffin.
And breathing so hard.
Yeah. And Tuffin is going to give up a really good fight,
Yeah,
but
That's right. The beefiest.
And nothing's just gonna lay down.
nothing.
Nothing the puffin.
Nothing.
I'm
nothing.
Guys, how long do we wait?
I think we're okay.
Well, I feel like I like this moment where Jake, seeing it behind, like crawls forward, and you all talk, and it like you hear this thing approaching the door, you know, and you're like thinking it's there, and then the door opens, and it's like Jake standing there, and he's like panicked and sweaty. We need to get the hell out of here.
Jake? Jake, is that you? I
What
can't
is
see.
that thing?
And he steps in and like shuts the door behind him for a second. I gotta look at it. It's 7 feet tall. Barely clears the ceiling.
Definitely not one of those bear things.
A door bear, yeah.
What the hell is that? And he walks over to the large gaping hole in the wall and stares at the wind that's whistling outside.
That's our
Jake.
way out.
No.
Jake.
We got in.
Elaine.
Well, it's in
That's
here.
Elaine. She's dead.
Dead. Jake walks over. Can I do a medicine check on her?
Oh, please.
Did anybody do that?
No, we just got in here and then we hid. And then Bellamy broke a finger off.
Well, she is
She's
chilling.
missing a finger.
Discount
It
the
must be
finger.
the finger killing bandit.
Wow, damn.
That's a 15.
Sure. Does anyone else want to make a medicine check too?
I definitely do. That's my whole freaking thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I go over and I sort of hover over Jake's shoulder as he examines, and I do my best to do better than him. And I don't.
Can I?
I rolled a 13. Listen, I don't want to say anything that I shouldn't about Elaine, but no, listen, I don't want to have to be the one to tell her family what happened here. Anyone good about this kind of stuff?
Look, we're not gonna make
I
it
mean,
out alive.
Just to be clear, radios are down because of the storm, so it's gonna be a few weeks anyways.
I'll talk to them. We had kind of a thing going on.
Fuck you, Bellamy.
What?
Just
Okay,
fuck
just
you.
say it, Cherry. Just say it.
We don't have time for this shit right now.
my God.
But just so you know,
Oh.
Elaine didn't just spend her spare time with you.
Oh, I know. But I
Yeah,
wasn't the one on the side.
She came to the office screenings. That's what we. Is this what this is about?
It's not about the office. It's never about the office.
Sometimes it is. Anyway, we have bigger fish to fry right now.
This isn't important right now. Look, how many of the outpost buildings are still active, Doris?
Well, we've got the one that's Pentagon shaped.
Right, but is there anything on the outside? We had the workman's hut, you know. We had the outpost building Alpha. We had Omega. We had Beta. They
You
must
know,
still be active in some way.
There's someone who dictates maps in my head that sounds like a completely different person. So let me just reference that for a moment.
Do you? I just want to address the medicine check first. So first of all, Elaine seems to be missing a finger, which who knows what that could be from.
What the shit happened here?
She's face down right now. She's got a huge gash through her back, through like a multi-clawed type thing. Yeah, I mean it's
Does
pretty
that
clear how
match
she
the
died.
creature that I saw? Like,
100%.
Okay.
Not a doubt in your mind.
Bites? Any bite marks?
No, it looks like it was one pretty swift motion, but there's a ton of blood. Like it was probably slow. Yeah,
did she die instantly?
no.
That's the opposite of slow.
Can I?
Sorry, I thought you. My mind was thinking of
The creature.
solutions.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
well,
no.
and Jake sort of does that thing, you know, where he gets all serious for a moment, and he's like, "God Wondering since they attacked why the fuck those creatures attacked the front. They always attack from different sides.
Can I
Because
do
of
an
this.
investigation? Sorry.
I'm ramping up to something here, Bellamy.
Oh,
For fuck's
God.
sake. Put yours and
First-
Cherry's shit on the side. Don't you understand those hostiles pushed at the front so that we didn't notice that he was coming in the back?
Oh, you've got a point there, boss.
That means these things are smart. They're intelligent. Look, I didn't want to talk about this, but it seems like the most relevant time. And Jake reaches into his pocket, a pocket he hasn't touched since the other week, and he pulls out the note from Roger Lee and stretches it out. I caught Roger Lee in the hallway a week ago. Yes, Doris, he was the one who ate your cake. I'm sorry.
Yo. Roger Lee? I'm Cherry. I'm so sorry. I've been blaming you all this time.
And I fucking told you, every single one of you.
Priorities.
Right.
He told me that he and Olivia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Olivia.
God,
Yeah,
I miss you. I was just acting. No, I was checking, and then I was ramping through, pretending the GM voice isn't there, and just pushing through.
really good.
He and Olivia were gonna hook up with another outpost out here, in a way to escape. He offered me to leave this place, but I came up here to die, frankly.
Why didn't you say anything to the rest of us?
Yeah, you may have come here to die, but guess what? I didn't.
Well, I hate to break it to you. We all came here to die, whether we know it or not. Roger Lee was one of the good ones, okay?
I mean, Captain, like this, the stress has got to be getting to you because obviously we came up here for a paycheck and because it's a job and because it's kind of a respectable field of work.
Yeah, of
and,
course. Yeah, you find yourself there, don't you, Doris? Often. And Jake, puts the note down and stands up to Doris and says, I get it. You walking around here doing your job. That's what you call it, right? Your job when you fix things that you're supposed to be fixing, right?
Yeah, that is my job.
What the
Thank you.
fuck are these? And I pull out the notes that I found stashed in the
Vent.
upper carriage, and I thrust them at Doris's chest. What's these? 13 unfiled reports, none of them finished. Shit, that's the reason the perimeter got breached. That's the reason the fucking electricity wasn't keeping the hostiles back at the front doors, because Doris wasn't doing this goddamn job.
I would prefer not to be having this conversation publicly. And we can talk about it. We can talk about
Everything
it. But
is
right
out now, Doris. What I am saying is, all of us, well, face it, people. Think about why you took this job. Think about the circumstances of your life back home. Think about what led you to that point. How many people you found yourself either aiming down a barrel of a gun at you, or maybe you on the other side of that gun. We are all here at this end of the world hellhole of a place because of the mistakes we made. Let's not fucking pull punches here. None of us here think we're getting out alive. Now, that doesn't mean that Roger Lee didn't. But all of us here have our sins.
You see, that's where you're wrong, Jake. Just because you're some sorry son of a bitch with no one back home that gives a damn about him, with nothing better to do in his life than come up to this frozen hellhole and tinker away on a helicopter that's never going to get in the air, doesn't mean that the rest of us are sorry sack of shit like you.
Yeah.
Hey, now, Jake may not have anyone who loves him back home, but he does have people who give a damn about him here.
Well, he's
Who?
losing them as time goes on with this bullshit.
Elaine is dead!
And you, Doors, you're one to talk. What the fuck is this? You're not making repairs? Is this true?
Hey, excuse me. Yes, I am making repairs. I don't know what you've got there, but for a start, frozen body on the ground, giant monster outside, puffing, squawking. Doors open. Adorabears could come through any moment. So, before we want to talk about my work performance and whether paperwork has been filed to management and whether our fax machine works, can we please come up with a plan so that some of us survive the situation?
Well, Roger already made one, and I walk over to the cork board and I push the piece of paper and I pin it in with a dart.
Where
We
is
look at
this?
it. I don't know. We look at the piece of paper.
Is there a map? Is it a map? Is it a great map?
It is not a map,
Damn.
but you're not far off. The piece of paper has 3 lines. They read 79.8628 degrees south, 124.0000 degrees east. On the second line reads 1 a.m. And on the third line, just a drawing of a waning gibbous moon.
Looks to be some kind of code.
Battleship.
That's today. That's today.
No, it's a bunch of numbers. What?
No,
Bellamy, it's not a calendar. God,
it's the moon. Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing up here? Come
Let
on.
the astrologer talk.
I'm a meteorologist, okay?
like there's a difference.
God. You know what?
I mean, Scorpio's rising in Mars or whatever the shit.
I'm sorry.
you
I'm
talk
a
about.
Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, and that doesn't fucking matter right now, all right? So
How could you be 3 things at once?
it's called a sun, moon, and rising sign. But if you look here and then Bellamy walks over and then just jams a finger against this thing, this is where the moon is at right now. That's what it's like outside. So I don't even know what time it is anymore because everything's broken here because somebody doesn't fix anything. It is the same person who got in the autoclave to hide.
He knows that autoclave hasn't been working in 3 weeks.
I didn't know. Well, Bellamy
Look,
doesn't
it
know
doesn't
that because
matter.
he doesn't use it.
We can get to these coordinates, but first we got to find out exactly where they are. We need to get at least a map, or we need to find the map room.
Okay,
Agreed.
pilot, you should be the navigator, right?
Yeah, I can get us there. I need to look at the grid. The nearest grid, I left a map in the canteen. I think that's a few doors down.
Yep.
Okay, so strategy then.
Right. We know that the Adorabears are dumb. Or not dumb, but they're dumb like dogs. And you can hypnotize them with a little song or something and it makes them happy for a few seconds. What is not dumb is whatever tore apart those bars, killed Elaine, and is currently pacing the hallways. So, Captain, did you see something that is not an Adorabear? Something different?
You could say that. The thing was describable. Tall, horns, jagged fingernails, massive claws. It did that to Elaine. Look, you don't need to lock eyes with this thing to know that it is bad fucking news. What
an
room are we in,
animal?
by the way? I missed the...
We're in like the lab area, right?
Yeah.
And furthermore, Jake walks over to the like cabinet, medical glass cabinet, and he breaks it with his arm, and he reaches in and he
There's a
grabs...
handle right
Yeah,
there.
but this is cooler. And he smashes it like a badass, and he reaches in and he grabs out some like Vicks vapor rub, and he opens it and he rubs it under his nose,
You have a cold now?
and he slides it over to everybody. No, but that thing seriously fucked me up. It reeks, and I mean a kind of reek that you do not want to get behind.
Cherry,
Which
make
says
a
two
perception
things.
check for me.
Oh.
I will
Sorry.
do so. 24.
Yeah, as Jake bashes into this chemical holding cabinet, you notice that something is conspicuously missing, and you notice because you're very familiar with everything that's in here.
What is missing? Who stole something from my lab?
What? Priority. Rub this under your nose, and the thing smells terrible. And I think that means that it won't be able to detect
Hold
the
on.
scent ourselves.
Hold on.
You see some hydrochloric acid missing. A bottle.
Has someone been in here? Has someone been... Bellamy? Have you been in my shit?
I have not been in your shit. I have not been in here. I don't come in here. There's no point.
This
Okay,
feels like
Someone stole a bottle of hydrochloric acid.
this feels like maybe the time to tell you, Cherry, but Elaine sometimes rummage through all your things.
Yeah, sometimes we leave each other things.
So maybe Elaine was Is there any hydrochloric acid on her person?
We don't leave each other
Who
hydrochloric
fucking
acid.
cares
It's like
if someone took
notes
hydrochloric
and
acid?
stuff.
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, if you want to live, put some of this under your goddamn nose.
Because if not, I'm not mistaken, and I might be, but hydrochloric acid, could you melt bars with that?
yes,
bars look melted?
slowly, but
These bars are pried open.
Are they? I haven't
I
looked.
think they are.
yeah, they're like
They are, but since you're looking, upon closer examination, the tips of the bars look maybe a little melted.
Can I do an investigation check
Shit.
on these to see like which direction things have
see.
been happening, if there's any like stuff around it?
Absolutely. Make an investigation check.
finally.
I rolled an 18.
Pretty good.
I'll make an
Okay.
investigation too. I'll just kind of walk over, but I won't roll because my passive is 19.
Well, then how about, since you're helping,
fun.
take
I won't say anything,
advantage,
I just wanna
tell
look.
me.
No, it's not any better.
Okay. All right.
That wasn't any better.
Okay. You check out the bars. You're making the connections, all of you. You see the hydrochloric acid missing. Probably Cherry knows that you can make other solutions with hydrochloric acid. The one that you could make that might be relevant here is nitric acid, which is something that can melt steel. You notice that the bars have been pushed inwards. They're kind of broken almost like in half. Pretty clean. Although that they're melted and like pushed in, it's a pretty like even line that they've been broken.
Does anyone want to hear sort of a crazy theory I've got rolling around?
Sure, doors.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, considering that we're dealing with a new kind of hostile that we haven't documented before, and considering that Elaine had creepy black fingernails like a week or 3 ago, and considering that Elaine seems to have opened a door for Big Bad to climb in here, I think it is possibly safe to say that Big Bad can mind control us like an alien mothership
Hold
and
on.
beam commands into our minds to
Back it
make
up
us
there.
do stuff.
What are you talking about? Elaine had black fingernails. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, well, I caught her rummaging through Cherry stuff, which apparently is totally normal, but what is not normal was the fact that her hands looked all like, actually a lot like they do right now. And this was like a week or 3 ago.
Her hands right now look black?
The whole frostbitten thing? I mean, she had all her fingers back then, but otherwise.
Okay. Okay. You know what, Doors? Normally I would tell you to shut up, but you might be onto something.
That is
Not-
the first nice thing you've ever said to me.
And Jake takes a
I'm gonna
wide step
follow up.
away
Shut
from
up,
Cherry.
Doors.
Hold on. So, Elaine let this fucking thing in?
Listen, that's not like her. What would possess her to let a monster into our living quarters?
The big guy! The big guy possessed her! That's
Well-
what I'm saying!
Okay,
I'm
it was a
gonna-
rhetorical question, but it doesn't make sense, right? And clearly the evidence is here, right? That suggests that she was responsible.
Yes.
I'm gonna jump in here. Joe, you gave me the perfect transition line. What would possess her to do that? Or what kind of powers does this thing have? We're gonna take a flashback with you, Cherry. A couple days ago. You and Elaine are spending some time together alone. What are you doing?
We're watching The Office. I hate watch it, but secretly I really do enjoy it. And the two of us have found a place underneath one of the stairs that leads up to like an observation tower on one of the corners of the base. And we've made kind of a cozy area there. We've brought some couch cushions, there's some blankets, and the two of us have plugged in a little it's like a really thick laptop that protects the components against the cold weather. And the two of us we're kind of just chatting, but we're also half watching like a rerun, like an episode that we've both seen 4 times. And Yeah, that's why I put myself through school. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense when I say it out loud like that, but sometimes the craziest things just inspire you, and I guess here I am.
Yeah, I understand. I also didn't see myself landing here, but I don't know, the pay, it was promising, and I just have been so sick of, I don't know, living a regular life.
Yeah, I mean, being here, seeing what this all is it's shit, obviously, but on paper, it sounds like it could be fun anyway.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think you want to do when you get out?
You know, and she kind of like readjusts herself and like elbows the laptop a little bit farther away and looks out the window at the howling night. I only rarely allow myself to really think that far ahead in any situation, but especially now because of the grind. You know, it's like write up reports, deal with Bellamy's nonsense, make chili for fucking everybody here, do the perimeters, and rarely do I get a minute to just think about what's coming next. But once I have all my loans paid off, you know, it'd be really cool to like start up my own practice somewhere. Maybe somewhere remote like this. I mean, it's not that bad. What about you?
You know, it almost doesn't matter to me if that sounds stupid. I just I was so desperate to not lead a normal life, and now that I'm here, I just kind of want to go home to my cats, and I want to watch TV and spend time with someone, and I don't know, just I want
Normal
to do
stuff.
Yeah. Hey, I have a secret.
All right. Dish. Are we doing like quid pro quo, or you just want to spill?
Yeah, you tell me something first and I'll give you something.
Okay. How big are we talking here?
Big. Massive.
Fuck. When I was 14, I got in my first fist fight with the kid down the road. They called my sister a bad name. My sister was little. She was, God, she must have been 8 or 9. And I told her to take it back, and she wouldn't. And yeah, we got into it. I remember sitting on top of her and just laying into her. And I mean, for 14, you can't really throw a good punch, but I landed a few, and I broke her nose. And I got in a lot of trouble, actually. I ended up getting expelled from school. And my parents were not happy at all. I ended up having to change school boards, and it set me back a year. Like, it was a big deal. And after that, I told myself that I was never going to get in a fight again. Of course, that didn't stick, but there you go.
So you've been in fights since then?
1 or 2. All right. What's yours?
You can keep a secret, right?
Yeah. I mean, depend. You can trust me. It's nothing bad, right?
No. Well, no, it's not. It's great, actually. Cherry, I'm gonna get out.
No way. Did you get
Yeah.
your papers?
No.
Ooh,
You listen.
what's going on?
About a week ago, I was up late and I I was gonna go have some cake because there was some left over, and anyway, I heard Jake and Lee talking, and and Lee has a way out early.
No shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He said that there's not room for all of us.
Oh,
So,
okay.
what if you and I go?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an idea, but I need your help.
All right. I mean, we still need the paycheck. We're not abandoning the mission, right?
Well, the way I see it, we can either stay and get our paycheck and die here, or we can get out. It sounds like whatever they've got lined up, we're going to be taken care of.
Listen, Elaine.
Cherry, you don't want to die here, and neither do I. Okay? I'm going whether you come with me or not, but I would really like for you to come with me, and all I'm asking is for a bit of help. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to put anybody else in harm's way, but listen, I have to go.
I know. What do you need from me?
I need some stuff from your cabinet.
Listen, that's dangerous stuff. I don't think.
Cherry, come on. No one's going to be hurt. I promise.
I can help you, but I don't feel comfortable just giving you access to. Listen, give me some time to think about it, okay?
Okay.
What do you need?
I need some hydrochloric acid. And fuel, actually. I don't know where to get that. Maybe Jake, maybe Doors.
I just look out the window again at the howling snow coming down. All right. Listen, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave my keys out in my bag. I'll go do a walk, and you can take them. I keep them in my office, but I'll leave everything you need for the cabinet, for the lab door. I'm not coming with you, Elaine. This is too important, and I think, honestly, the things that we can learn from this research are too important for me to give up on now. It's too big, and I can't believe that she would leave the money, that you would leave. Me. But I understand, and I wish you luck. I really do. And I stand up and I start folding blankets.
She watches you in silence, and a long, uncomfortable few minutes pass.
And then when I'm finished folding up, I turn back to her for just a second. I really like you, Elaine, and I hope that when all this is said and done, maybe we'll reconnect.
Okay, Cherry.
Good luck, man. You're gonna need it. And then I turn around and I go.
She doesn't watch you go. And
She
you leave
watches
the room.
The Office.
She watches The Office. And we come back to the present.
Because if you filed them, they wouldn't be in the fucking rafters doors. That's what I am saying. If we don't find it... Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't talk. I can't deal with this anymore. Look, Elaine let it in, and... Cherry, what the hell is wrong with you? Snap out of it.
Sorry.
Look,
What?
we are trying to solve this goddamn thing. Rub that fucking Vicks under your goddamn nose.
Give me that.
Now, I want to roll insight real quick. Was the creature at all sniffing?
You don't have to roll insight for that. It wasn't really.
Perfect.
It was breathing kind of oddly, like jiltedly through its mouth.
I'm going on the assumption that it smells terrible, but it's not a tracker by scent, so that the Vicks doesn't give us away. I feel safe in that. I have a 19 passive investigate.
Yeah.
Are we
good
taking
assumption.
a short rest here to lick our wounds? Or are we just here for a few minutes and then we're moving on?
I mean, meta, I would say no, because this base is not very big, and this thing is
And there's a
kinda
window
walking in a
open.
circle. Yeah.
So, I mean, if that's not the case, then as Cherry's rubbing Vicks, just slathering a thick layer on her upper lip, she's going to do a once-over of her companions before we move on from this place. How is everyone doing?
Not
Fucking
great.
head is killing. Can I borrow some goddamn aspirin, please?
Yes. Bellamy, you look like shit, like usual. Doors, are you okay?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I'm-
Hold on.
I'm-
Stop
I'm-
punching down both of you morons. Look, we have to get out of here alive, okay? We don't need
Oh.
to do it while you're sniping at each other like children.
Well, now you want to get out of
Thank
here
you,
alive.
Captain.
Previously, you were
No,
ready
no,
to die.
I'm not getting out of here alive. Look, I've read all your files. I know why we're all here. I know we deserve to be
You
here.
don't know shit about me.
Oh,
What do you
I
mean
know
deserve
more.
to be
I know
here?
more about you, Bellamy, than you even know.
All right, knock it off. Here, Jake. She tosses a bottle of aspirin at you. You
Take
want
7 like a badass.
Yeah.
And your liver
Stomach
fails.
bleeding.
you're begging for heals. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I mean, I'm comparatively, I'm probably worse, or probably better off than Bellamy, but
Bellamy. She's gonna.
but you don't like her as much. So.
Yeah, she throws you a box of Dora the Explorer band-aids. Make with that what you need. And then I'm gonna Google the spell that I'm using because I don't remember what the fuck.
Bellamy, can I get one of those?
Yeah. Here you go, Doris.
My Mima always said they were for good luck.
You just put one on. There's no
Yeah.
cut. You just have one.
like a
It's
Nelly
fashion.
style thing
Yeah.
here.
100%.
Doris, I'm sorry for snapping at you there. Also, do your fucking job, but seriously. I'm sorry for
Do I get a goddamn apology too?
Jake. I'm sorry. All right. It's just things are understandably pretty tense right now. So I'm
Yeah. You know,
feeling a little stressed.
All
A
right, I'm
printer
sorry
just
as well.
shoves some duplicates into an air duct, and suddenly it's, Doors doesn't do their job.
Doors,
well,
if we
guess who's looking
survive-
at the window bars?
If we survive, I'm gonna lodge 600 HR complaints against you, Ari, your lack of ability to do your job.
You wouldn't.
And some unwanted comments to me.
Jake, you heal 10
10? Cool.
Yeah. and max healing on Bellamy for some fucking reason.
Ooh, the guilt.
Yes.
That's right. That's 12 healing.
Sweet, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Bellamy sort of sullenly takes the Dora the Explorer band-aids and takes out a Diego one and puts it over one of her wounds and just sort of like looks at her and is like, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, look.
Minus
Elaine
boots.
had blackened fingertips, and she poured acid on the bars here to allow the creature to get in.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why on earth would she do that? Does
All right.
anyone have any
It's
fucking clue?
controlling her synapses.
Doors?
No, doors.
I am not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying if you throw at that goddamn theory one more time, I'm gonna flick your eardrum.
Okay,
if you
Jake.
don't have proof, then you need to put a pin in it.
All right. Well, we've got that on the table. Any other
That's called
swell
speculation.
ideas?
Look, we let the facts lead to theories, not the other way around. Sherry, what do you got to say?
Roger came to you with a way out.
Yeah, he had that.
Elaine-
Coordinates.
Elaine knew about it. She told me.
Well, hold on. How would Elaine know about that? He said he and Olivia were going.
She overheard you. Apparently, you were making quite a bit of noise. Whistling, I believe she said.
Well, I didn't say it. I didn't even read what was on the fucking thing.
She said that she knew of a way out. And
So, would she have fought? Well, how does that make sense? I mean, Roger and...
she said she was going to need some of my equipment.
Well, hold on. What do you mean she needed some of your equipment?
I don't know.
No. What equipment did you give her?
I gave her access to this room.
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Listen,
Jesus
I trusted her.
I'm sorry. I have labored under the illusion that we were all coworkers doing our best to make things work and complete tasks and do our errands and file reports. What is all of this? What do you mean secret conversations? What do you mean getting out? It's as simple as quitting. They send a chopper for you. We've all been here of our own volition, doing our jobs that we are paid to do.
Have you
it was
ever-
all normal until today.
Have you
Doors?
ever seen a helicopter in the air, Doors?
Doors. I have been trying to leave for weeks now. My post has been over for weeks, and I have not been able to go. Nothing has come. No one is responding.
It's just because of the storm.
It's not because of the storm.
Storm. And yes, I have seen a helicopter in the air at the Blue Angels Air Show in Florida.
I'm talking about at the post, Doors. God. All right, listen. If we are going to make it to this destination, and I'm still not fully convinced that we have to go there because what the fuck are we even going to find? We have the snowmobiles, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we could make it out there if we need to.
Except...
Except what?
that the hostiles that attacked the front in a coordinated attack to allow this thing to slip in the back door.
Right.
What I'm saying is, this thing is smart. And for all we know, Elaine was feeding it information on all of us. Don't you think it might have gotten to know how we would leave this fucking place?
It does seem like she was lying to me, ultimately.
I know I'm not getting off this rock. But that doesn't mean we're not going to get the three of you out of here.
Why do you keep saying that?
Let's get to the map. It's in the canteen. If I can find out the
Right.
coordinates, we can find how far it is. And then if it's passable by foot, maybe. If
Now-
we need to make a break for the snowmobiles, we'll do that too.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the canteen has a food pantry, supplies, but one barred window and two doors that we can barricade. It might be a better place to camp out if we're doing any of this planning than the room with the open doorway into the winter and the Adora bears.
Right. And actually, doors.
Yeah.
Do any of the vents from this room lead to the canteen?
Well, I mean, the entire building is connected by vents, so presumably, yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. And Jake gets up on a table, his like wet, dripping boots, like kicking over glass vials and shit. And he like reaches up to like the creaking metal vent and starts pulling it off. Hand me that screwdriver.
Wait.
Here,
No.
here it is. Here's the screwdriver.
Thank you. And Jake unscrews it, pulls the vent off, and like boosts himself up and like does that look where he like looks one way down the long dark shaft and then looks over his shoulder down the long dark shaft and then pops back down. Light, flashlight, anybody?
Here.
I go in right.
It's a drill.
I'll take
Doors.
the
My
and I
God.
use the drill and I hold
Yeah,
it
but
down
there's a
where the
little light
is
that turns on when you push it.
Yeah, it does. And and there's like a moment with that like is like Jake pops up and like shines the light down the one passage.
Fantastic. Let's do a little skills challenge here since we are playing D&D after all.
We sure are.
Who?
What, ND?
A what?
What are we doing?
I know. Hear me out. Yeah, we can do this one of two ways. We can all do the same skill roll and half have to beat the DC. Otherwise, it's a failure. Or one of you can take point on a skill and tell me what you're going to use to get you to the next place. And if you roll well enough, then it's a success. So basically, you can put trust in the whole group and have 4 rolls, or you can have one person roll if they're particularly good at something.
I'm really good at investigation. If we can make an argument for that, then I have a +9.
I'm
So
great at
that's-
survival and perception.
Yeah, I'm good at investigation, nature, and survival. And
Anyone have a
intimidation
higher
if we
than
have
a
to like
+9
really
on-
intimidate like a vent.
I mean, you guys tell me what you want to use.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone
I
have
think
higher than a
I think we should
+9
have
on
people
any
taking
skill?
point on different challenges.
You think?
I do, but not for a relevant one.
Well, what is it?
Is it deception?
Nothing. I'm. What do you see up there, Captain?
Is it religion?
I mean, yeah. I mean, sure. I would. I missed the 2 examples, but I'll do whatever the group wants to do. Someone else pick and just tell me what to roll.
You pick a skill and you tell me how you're using it.
Cool. I'm gonna roll investigation, and I'm gonna investigate the passage to the next place. Literally,
Fantastic.
I'm gonna be looking to see if there's any tracks in the dust, if the creatures moved up here. I want to see if any of my previous companions have moved up here. I want to see if the vent has light in the canteen. I want to know if I can smell anything down the things. Look, Jake spends every night back in his bunk, but what 90% of the people here don't know is that when he lies down on that pillow, he reaches under it and pulls out the next in the series of detective novels that he is furiously thumbing through every single night.
Aw,
and he
fun.
walks back cool as a cucumber with Bosco, and when Bosco sits down and he throws him a snack, he reaches under and he's dying to read the next pages of Arthur Lester detective PI novels. He's furiously flipping through and he's like, what the hell is this Arthur going to do next? I can't get over it. It's fantastic.
Why is this man telling
so-
he's in a tube?
Yeah, it sounds like he's in a goddamn. No, in this, it's pre all that. He's just an investigator. In
Oh,
a
it's
place called
Arthur and Parker together.
It's Arthur and
Cute.
Parker. Yeah, in Massachusetts. I don't know where that is, but and that's where all my investigative know-how comes from. So I'm in Jake's head. He's role playing as Arthur Lester, the fictional character in
Whoa.
the novel series. That
This is so meta.
yeah. Harlan Guthrie playing a character, playing another character that's played by Harlan Guthrie.
Also, everyone take inspiration for being so nice
Yeah.
Aw, hooray!
and good at what
Thanks.
you do.
Thanks, Jay. I'm gonna draw a happy face beside inspiration on my sheet.
All right, make that goddamn investigation check.
I'll do
Coward.
it for Arthur.
You
I
coward.
say that to myself. I'll do this for Arthur. That's a dirty 20.
A reference to a show called Malevolent floats through your ears, and I can't think of one, but that's what happens.
Fuck
What did
your
you just
ass.
roll? I can't remember.
A
Fuck
dirty
your
20.
ass.
Fuck your ass.
Dirty
Fuck your
20?
ass. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. I think like you're looking at a ceiling plan, the ceiling is reflected up and you kind of just use your knowledge of maybe checking over the plans of this place and seeing exactly how the ductwork runs. You just kind of go through your brain Rolodex. You know exactly where you're going. So you start to lead the group through this very, very narrow and cramped space.
Who
Even
is-
through the Vicks, I will just say that even through the Vicks, you can smell this thing. It's not like bothering you as much as it did, but you almost like, I'll say with that good of a check, as you're moving towards the room, you're noticing the smell get a little bit stronger.
Now, as those beautiful, very strong quads disappear into the air shaft, who is left standing with doors? Because I assume one of you goes next.
I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
until I'm gonna be the last one.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's
Doors,
Jake
you want
and
to head
then-
up?
Ladies first.
And Bellamy looks back over at Cherry and is just like, you know what? if we survive this, I'll buy you a beer. And then just jumps up there and crawls away.
And while
Because she doesn't have the emotional fortitude to hear an answer.
Aw.
And while
That's very
Bellamy is crawling away, Doors will just lean in close to Jerry. Listen, I know we haven't had the best relationship off the bat, but something you should know. I have been fixing things. And as soon as I do fix them, they get broken immediately. Someone else has been ruining things around here. And I haven't been reporting it because it looks like I'm not doing my job. That's why I haven't filed my maintenance reports. But someone has been sabotaging this for a while. And I didn't want to accuse anyone until now when it seemed suddenly relevant. And I want to try and roll deception here if I can.
Nice.
Against my insight?
Yeah.
roll.
Fucking get ready.
Contested
wreck
roll.
you.
Get wrecked.
Okay.
In this corner.
Okay.
Show him.
Hold on. I'm doing math just to make sure I'm double checking. Okay, I got
Yeah.
a 22, my friend.
I've got a 25.
Oh.
She puts
love
her
it.
hand on your shoulder and she's like, "All right, listen, it's really tensions are high and I didn't mean to accuse you. I'm sorry."
I would be accusing me too right now. I completely understand. But I just want you to know before we go forward. All right. Here we go.
Do you need
And-
a boost?
Wait, before you
Yeah,
go up,
please.
Bellamy, what's your skill that you're using?
Oh god, I have to use skills now.
You don't have to. You could just follow behind Jake.
Yeah, I'll use my investigation as well, just to sort of see if anything is coming down the way, and she's trying to sort of see if you can smell anything through this haze of Vicks Vapo Rub.
It's not that strong.
No,
I don't want to give us away.
it's a lot of menthol if you're not used to it.
All of your eyes are watering.
Oh god, dirty 20.
Whoa, the same as Jake. Okay.
No.
So you're getting the same sense, you're smelling this thing. The smell is getting stronger as you're going further down. I don't know what to give you that's different from Jake's. You
Can I at least avoid all of the slush from his boots?
yes,
Okay.
you stay perfectly dry. I'll give you an extra hit point of healing because you need it by staying dry for
I
that
have one
dirty
too.
20. Sure, I'm feeling benevolent tonight.
Yay! Benevolent. Jay.
That's
What
the
the
word
fuck,
of the
Jake?
day.
Yeah, don't make me feel malevolent. Okay, who's next? What's going on?
Doors is going next. I don't
Let
need
me-
anything new.
Let me help you up.
Please.
I like
put
your
my
deception
hands
check
into
being
the
the check also.
laced thing. Oh, cool.
Slice
that's
his
awesome.
Achilles as you help him up.
Yeah, I stab. No, I interlace my fingers so that you can put a boot in it, and I hoist you up.
And I get a
Mambo
2
number 5.
on. Can we say that I am being assisted and therefore have
Oh.
advantage?
Oh,
on this?
absolutely.
I help you with my action.
Huh, that's slightly better. That's a 13 on athletics.
On athletics,
You get
yikes,
up
my friend.
in?
Yeah.
Well, he's certainly up there.
So after you bid farewell to Cherry, you jump up to try to catch and you totally whiff and you fall on your back. And then you right yourself and get in, and it's pretty awkward. It's really messy, but you do make it in, and you follow behind Bellamy, and you get a little wet from the boot slush.
No, God,
My boots are always wet.
bad day.
Bosco? Question mark coming too?
Yeah.
Oh, Bosco is attached to my back like a military dog.
Like a rocket.
Bosco's actually a Shih Tzu that fits beautifully in a backpack.
Yeah, wait, is
Cute.
that little chubby yellow and white one? What's
Sure.
Harlan doesn't know what
that? I don't
dogs
know
are.
dogs. I don't know
It's
shit.
like
I'll
a little
Google it.
They're
fluffy-
small.
Yeah.
I'm picturing
It's a Yorkshire Terrier.
Oh, no, they're loud.
Bosco's
I'm picturing
really
that
small.
that dog that's like the Dodge. What's the Dodge dog?
Oh, a Shiba Inu.
Oh, she
Wow, I'm way off. But that's what I was
Shiba.
picturing.
Oh yes.
They're
Are
very
they
cute.
little?
They are.
Yeah.
little- Yeah. There's.
Okay,
They're like
he's that.
fox
He's
size.
that. That's
Aw,
Bosco.
I love a little sheep.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
Yeah, you got a sheep.
I like the sheep.
Cool.
Okay, Sherry, you're left alone in this room. What's up?
Yeah. You know what? Cherry is going to go over to Elaine's body.
Mm-hmm.
And she flips her over
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, babe. Don't.
and takes a look at her face. And she just stares at her death mask. And she touches her cheek one time. And then she sighs and shakes her head and stands up and goes over to the vent. She just has a quiet moment with this woman for a minute, and then she goes.
Before you go to the vent, you notice something as you flip her over.
Oh, what is it?
You all saw the gash on her back from the creature.
Don't laugh.
And as you flip her over, you notice that there's sort of an odd mark on her shirt. She was wearing like a sweater with some pockets on the side, and there's like a dark red brownish stain on both of the pockets.
Mm.
Almost looks like blood, but you don't see any sign of
Corresponding.
injury
Mhm.
on the front.
Maybe I just take a second and dig around in those pockets to see if there's something in there.
Yeah. You dig around. They feel kind of wet and slimy.
Ooh.
You pull out your hand, and on your fingers is like some gristle.
Oh, fuck. Was she luring this thing here? Ugh. And I wipe my hands on her sweater.
Nice.
Fuck, Elaine. The fuck? Jesus. And I go and I vent.
Okay.
And it's very sus.
Side note, can I just say, I really like that you called her face a death mask. I've never heard that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A stunning description.
Thank you.
Never heard that. I was like, did you just say that? I was like, oh, that's metal.
It was really
Look at her
cool.
Death mask.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We can go more. I can talk about the rictus.
Do it.
Talk about the bruising. Where's the blood lie after
Yeah.
you died?
Wow. Bless you.
Jake sneezes.
As I
Slams his head against the thing.
That's what I want to do. One day I'm going to run a horror game where everyone has pepper in front of them and sneezes are used in game.
Whoa. That's awesome.
But like what I'll do is every roll is a crack of pepper. Like you have a pepper grinder, right? So you have a little plate, and I go, okay, you want to roll? Yeah, give me a grind. It has to be a full turn, and you just have to sit there. And if you sneeze, then they react to it.
Do you guys sneeze at light?
No, I don't. I'm not.
No,
one
but
of
I can
those.
I can
Yes.
make
I
that
have
happen.
that.
Let's do that too. That'll be later,
Yeah.
level
You
1.
just you have to open the curtains and then you start sneezing.
If a light turns on, I sneeze. Or if I look at outside, I sneeze.
Really?
Yeah, if your brain, people who have this, your brain is wired wrong anyways.
You are not wired wrong.
I just have
Nah,
a
you're
funny
ru-
little mix up.
You're wired the best.
Best.
For my skill check, I would like to cover our tracks, I suppose, as a survival
Oh.
check.
Smart.
Stunning.
Put the thing back on.
Exactly, and like wipe off traces of Bellamy's blood from the outside of the vent where she like held her to go in and stuff. So I wanted to just take a second and sneakily make sure that we're not being observed.
Really excellent. I would call that
Thanks.
survival or stealth.
Well, I whiffed
no.
it. I did bad. I rolled a 2, so that's 9.
The vent falls back down after you put it up.
It makes a loud noise.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Oh no. Don't give them ideas.
If that was a movie, that's what would happen. That'd be the most interesting thing to happen.
The lid of the vent crashes down onto the floor.
No.
It has to. It's too cool.
And then
It
I
makes-
sneeze.
And you bonk your head on the vent.
Dong. Damn it.
And it's a contagious sneeze, so everybody sneezes. They bonk their head on the vent.
God,
A simultaneous.
Even Bosco.
I'm looking at light and cracking pepper.
He does that
No.
that really adorable dog thing there. Goes,
Several loud noises all at once. The smell, Jake and Bellamy, who were first in line in the vent, it's so strong, the direction that you're going. You're pretty far ahead of everybody.
Listen. You smell that?
Yeah. Listen, do you smell
That's not only a joke,
The
but a
hate when-
Ghostbusters reference.
Oh yeah, no. It is.
It's perfect.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, it reeks in here. Is this what you smelled, or did something die up here as
This is
well?
what I smelled. This is why the Vicks. And even I think Jake takes a little ball of tissue and sticks it up his nose to like even help a little bit more. By the way, it goes without saying that I took that thing back from the corkboard just to make
Absolutely.
it okay.
You put some tissue in your nose, and by getting rid of your smell, your hearing heightens.
That's true.
Is he Daredevil?
Yes.
but for
But
noses.
in my mind, I'm like,
Yeah.
Arthur Lester. When I can't see as much, my other senses get stronger.
Oh, are you a fan? I also.
You're a fan of Arthur Lester?
I am.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
From behind, just
Whoa! I hope that was you grabbing my boot, Cherry, because if that's some mysterious hand reaching out of the darkness, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
That was me. Keep moving. God, you're so slow.
What do I hear?
You're all making noise, and as Jake and Bellamy, you're talking about your favorite detective novels. You both hear a growl that kind of turns into a roar, and it's gurgling and it's squelching,
Oh, God.
and it suddenly moves very fast. You can hear it outside, and it sounds almost like a Doppler effect as it moves sort of back towards the direction that you were coming from. So back
Underneath us.
towards the lab room, basically.
Yeah, and Jake just turns down and he goes, "Move!" And he starts crawling fast
Yeah,
through the vent.
Bellamy is crawling at matching speed with him and just
I'm
standing
also-
It's
behind
like
him.
buckling with our weight. Doing
We're
it.
all crawling.
Fantastic. Everybody make me an acrobatics or an athletics check to make it through this vent very quickly. I need two of you to beat 15.
I hit 16.
Good, because
Okay.
I only got a 9.
6.
Okay,
2.
great.
No!
Sorry.
Excellent.
I do great, but I'm being like everyone
Yeah,
ahead of me is
stop.
so slow.
I get
Yeah.
kicked in the face by Jake's boot, and it's
Can-
just a
can-
wall. I'm already bleeding. Like I already like
Can
dried
we
blood on my
say
nose.
that?
So
Can we say that in the fray, Cherry, you actually climb over doors?
Yes,
through
we can
and,
say
like,
that.
Get me in the nose on the way back.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Fucking move!
I'm
Oh, shit, by
trying
the
to
way-
get through.
Sorry, can I retcon
Please.
something really stupid?
Yeah.
Because I meant to do this and I wrote it down, but I couldn't find my sheet. But I have the inspiring leader feat, which is
Oh,
where we
nice.
spend 10 minutes talking to everybody.
Yeah.
And I inspire them. And I took it specifically to be used like at that last scene.
Yeah.
I'll just say I did it because
Give me a
it was-
taste of
I-
it.
I,
what the speech would have been.
I
Yeah.
don't know that
I
we've
did it.
gotten
I
this.
did the speech. I just
Gotcha.
forgot to say this is the. Remember, I was like, "We got to get out of here."
Yes, yes.
And then
you're
I
so
said,
right.
"I'm gonna die here, but I'm gonna get you out of here." That was like my trying to inspire everybody.
Disagree. I want this for a monologue later on.
You can always do it again. You can take it now. I'm gonna give it to you because you're gonna fucking need it.
I was gonna say, I don't think we're gonna live that long, William.
Because
Okay, so I'll just say we each get 8 temporary HP.
Rock and roll.
fantastic. Cherry, it's such a shame that you're the only one who's good at this because you're right at the back of the line. You're trying to clamber over people, but they're all in the way. This is a very cramped spot. You're just trying to get by. You're just trying to make the group move faster, but everybody's moving clunky. Everybody's moving wrong. It's a mess. You're all starting to get anxious, and you hear this squelching, gurgling roar, and it's getting closer, and it's getting louder. And then you hear something in tandem with the roar. You hear the sound of metal scraping being broken as the duct starts to open behind you with a single claw.
No,
running
no,
through
no,
it.
no, no, no.
Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get cleft
I'm
in
gonna
twain.
use my inspiration.
I'm also
You
using
said
my
we get
inspiration.
right?
Yeah, you have
good.
inspiration. You can use it after you roll. That's how I roll it because I give it
Really?
so infrequently.
Yep.
Then I'm
Oh,
gonna
then you know what? I'm
undo
not gonna
it.
use it because
and I'm gonna roll one time and see.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great call.
Nothing motivates doors like the fear of death. That is
so
a 22.
benevolent.
Oh,
Oh,
baby.
you know what? I am gonna use it. It was only an 8.
bad.
Okay. 19.
Good.
14.
What did you say? It was a deck save?
Thank
Good.
you.
14's good. Yes, dex save, please, and thank you.
18 as Jake like turns to the side, knowing that it's cutting down the middle.
Great. Okay. You all try to avoid this thing cutting down the middle. Most of you press against the sides to try not to follow Bellamy. You're just not fast enough.
14
No.
can save?
Unfortunately,
No.
we're calling DCs at 15 here.
Whoa.
Freaking hey.
Oh no.
Bellamy falls out of the duct into the room. You guys had left the lab. You're in the room next to it. What's the room next to it?
It's the
Cafeteria?
no, I think we were going to the canteen. Let's call it the locker room.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
You fall into the locker
And
room.
the showers and shit.
I was
Like,
gonna
all
say
Yeah.
that could be Cherry's bathroom.
No, but I'm picturing like stalls, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
communal showers and stuff.
Ooh.
fantastic.
Oh, chill out.
The mosaic tile is the small bit of decoration in this place in the showers. You fall into the locker room and you're faced with the creature.
Oh my god. Guys, could you please help?
Bells, get out of there!
Is there anywhere I can go, or am I just
I am gonna give Bells that.
It's a very
So loud. For long, I mean. No, it's so good.
I'm gonna give Bells that D8 of Bardic Inspiration with that frantic shout.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh,
Okay.
thank you.
You're feeling slightly inspired. Everyone's in the duct above you. What are you guys doing? Bellamy, you're face to face with this creature, which, by the way, let me give you a quick description.
Please.
A smell that you can taste, musky and rotten and ill, making a sound that you can feel, a squelching, screaming, gurgling roar, and a sight that imprints to the back of your eyelids. An 8-foot-tall humanoid, at least, covered in damp, matted, brownish gray fur, oozing charcoal dark ichor out of its bovine mouth. It's got the head of a bison, but the eyes feel very human, though distant and frantic.
Wow.
Whoa.
God, yeah, that is graphic.
Spook City.
Also, I'm just picturing like a taxidermied bison head just crammed on a zombie, because my brain went to
It's
the weirdest
perfect.
thing. It's beautiful and disgusting, and I'm just
Shit.
so upset. Oh my god.
So we're all in the vent. Bellamy's down below,
Yeah.
and this thing is standing like melee distance.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm going to say? Roll initiative. Let's do this
Yeah.
thing.
Dun, 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 dun,
Hold
dun,
on,
dun,
I got it.
dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Cha cha.
That's a
15.
12 for doors.
15.
Oh.
12,
Hey.
12, 15, 15. Oops.
And a
Do you want to go first, Bellamy, or do you want me to go first?
14.
I can attempt to go first,
Cool.
seeing as I'm directly in front of it, and it's going to turn my brains into a big old pile of goo.
Amazing. Okay, Bellamy. Yeah, Bellamy, you're first.
Yeah, she scrambles. I'm in a shower stall, right? I'm in like the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
She-
water squirting up from the ground, like it's like you
Yeah.
broke a toilet when you fell.
On
no.
the way down, she hit a shower head, and it's just
Yeah.
it's now
Yeah,
spraying
perfect.
everywhere.
And there's like sparks from a light. Like,
Yeah,
they're
it's
falling
just
slow.
she's covered in all the dried blood is now like sluicing off of her as it spills down, and soaks her coat even further, and she can see this thing, and it's just she locks eyes with it, and it she can feel the death within it, and she can feel her own death, this cold breath in the back of her neck creeping over. She is incredibly aware of her mortality in this moment. And she reaches into her bag and paws around kind of blindly and pulls out this container. It's basically just a bug spray. Her mom gave it to her. She's never sure why. She's like, "Mom, I'm going to the middle of nowhere where there's no bugs. Nothing's living up there. It's the cold." And her mom still gave her this incredibly toxic bug spray just in case maybe there were ticks. And she pulls it out and she spins around and she blasts this thing straight in the eyeballs with it. So
Amazing.
If you could do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I could.
Yes.
And I will. but I'm going to tell you it's beefy in constitution.
I know. But
Looks
I'm
well
trying.
constituted.
I only rolled a 13 though total.
Well, it's a 13 saving throw, so
I just save.
yeah.
Although you can use your
you still take
inspiration.
some damage too.
You can
Sorry?
also use your inspiration to make me reroll if you'd like.
I already used my inspiration to
Welp.
still fall out of event.
Great,
But I
good.
still get to. You still do take some damage.
Yeah, give me the dim.
So this is you are going to take a modifier on this. Well, at the very least, you're going to take 6 damage.
Okay.
So that's better than nothing.
Fire, right?
No, poison.
Poison. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
So you take some 6 poison damage, and she's soaking wet and covered in blood, and now everything smells like rotting flesh and Vicks Vapo Rub and DEET.
Fantastic. The poison from your DEET starts to mix with the ichor that's oozing from this thing's mouth, and it makes an even worse smell. It's unpleasant, but you guys are protected with the Vicks Vapo Rub, so you're okay.
Nice.
But you do, as this thing does take some damage, you hear it just say, pain, pain.
Wait.
And that will bring us to Cherry.
Cherry is going to fucking somersault out of the vent and land on the ground in front of where Bellamy is to protect her adversary. She pulls a billy club out of nowhere, and she's like, fucking leave her alone. And man, she does this cool thing with a lighter where somehow she outlines the creature in fairy fire. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
We'll see if this works. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. Wrong ability. I'm not doing fairy fire. I'm doing Hunter's Mark 5th.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think you just do that, right?
Yeah.
Bonus action.
This is actually a racial ability that I have.
Oh,
Sorry. Because Cherry is someone who is pretty scrappy, once she lands on the ground, she sizes up this creature and she's like, "You're mine, fuckhead." She pulls this thing out, and so she's going to be dealing an extra 1d6 damage when she lands the blow, which hopefully she will. This is a magical weapon. I don't know if that matters. +1.
Yep.
Cool. Here we go. That's 12 to hit.
12 to hit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a great number to hit, unfortunately.
It's not. I was feeling really good about my
You do
turn.
actually hit.
Until now.
It just kind of like it hits this creature and it's just like bonk. Just like it just doesn't move at all. It just
And then
stands stock straight.
She looks behind her at Bellamy. She's like, "Pick yourself up off the ground and fucking run."
Yeah, I will eventually, but
Right.
I'm like, I can't. The DM only allows so many actions on one turn.
And that's me.
Okay, awesome. At the end of your turn, you hear something from the other end of this shower locker room, from the door to the hallway. You hear the screaming sounds, just like you heard not but an hour ago outside. 2 more bear hostiles enter the room, growl at you. And that's where we'll pick up next time. I'm so sorry I ran late.
What?
Oh my god!
There we go. Wow. I wanted to roll so much. That's okay. I made notes of what I wanted to roll on my turn so I could do it next turn.
Oh, and you are
wow.
up next, so yeah.
It's okay. You always got to end on the right note. Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, non-binary friends, that was an absolute blast. Well, now I think we got a part 3 in
Oh my
the
god, I'm so
works.
sorry.
Don't you
Part
dare
3 of a
apologize.
one-part show.
That always happens.
Listen, Call of Cthulhu was supposed to be a one-parter, and we ran it for 5.
And it was beautiful that way.
Every single game that we ever run on here, other than the old ones, which were like 3 hours, we always push over because that's what we want. Because we're getting into it, we're having fun. Listen, if we were like, oh, you know what, just wrap it up, then you did a bad job, and you didn't. You did a fantastic job so far, so I am so excited. Plus, now we got a game to bring us out of this 2022. Next Wednesday, the 28th, we are going to be back at it like a crack addict to have a little bit of fun killing this beast and finding out what the hell's going on. I am intrigued, horrified. And man, those flashback scenes were so.
Loving the flashback scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
nice
goodness.
job, everybody.
Yeah,
That was cool.
very fun.
Great job, you, given the space. Fantastic.
Oh,
Thank you so much to everybody who is watching and hanging out with us tonight. It's been an absolute blast getting to play some games. We're going to be back next week with part 3 of this. Remember, you can check out all of these amazing shows at Parkdale Haunt, Planet Arcana. What is TikTok.com? Wait, no. Hello from the Hallowoods.com, Dice Shame Podcast, and of course Malevolent.ca. You can listen to all of those all Christmas long. We are not going to see each other before Christmas, so have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy Holidays if you don't. We might do a spooky stream. Who knows? Stay posted. We'll do something fun. But that is it from us, I think. Great job again, Jay. Wonderful job, all of the players. And as my good friend Alex always likes to say,
Listen to my SoundCloud.
listen to Alex's SoundCloud. Good night.
Good night.